So right now there are meetings in Istanbul and Ankara between the Turkish officials and the officials of the Russian Federation and Ukraine, and they are discussing how to get Ukrainian grain out of Ukraine, which is an issue because the port, the port area there with the sea access is was blockaded by Russia and it's mined by Ukraine. And there's talk of starting a grain corridor to exit some of this grain to the rest of the world. And this is very important because Ukrainian grain feeds a large part of the world, especially throughout Asia, Africa, Latin America, and many places, and it helps support grain prices across the rest of the world as well, Europe, North America. So this is extremely important. If this grain doesn't make it to market, this could lead to higher food prices, even higher than we've already seen. The spot futures for wheat have gone from 600 in the last 6 months to about 1,000, and it could go even higher. So there is this effort to get the grain out of port and into its destinations. And of course, it won't just be, if this doesn't happen, the grain won't just be more expensive, it also just won't be there. Richer countries will be able to buy the grain that's on the market for themselves, but countries with lower income will be able to buy less, and you might see food insecurity issues pop up and civil strife as higher food prices usually leads to upset populaces. So what we will see is a lot of instability happening unless this grain gets to market. So Türkiye has been trying to get that going. Türkiye controls the straits, the Turkish Straits, which is the first the Boğaz around Istanbul, and then the Çanakkale around the southern end of the straits. So those two straits are the only ocean route sea exit for the Black Sea countries. There is a smaller river-bound route through the Danube, through Romania and then Hungary and then up into Germany, but that has a very limited capacity, and it's longer and it's more expensive. So this grain, if it's going out, it will be going through the Turkish Straits, and Turkey has been trying to get the grain out in order to alleviate the food insecurity and civil instability issues that are likely to pop up if this grain never makes it. So the three parties are meeting here. That's Russia, Ukraine, and Turkey. Ukraine's military people do not want to demine the entryway to the docks, to the port of Odessa, where the grain is sitting there. They believe that this will be weakness. This will be a vulnerability for them, that Russia will actually exploit any demining operation to invade and probably land some troops in Odessa. Russia I believe they've said that they're not going to do this and that it's up to Ukraine, but obviously both sides don't trust each other. Turkey, as a trust interlocutor, is trying to find a middle way through here. So I actually have a couple of solutions myself. I don't see why they don't take the grain from Odessa, put it on a train, take the train down to Romania, Bulgaria, Turkey, Istanbul, and then from there you can put it onto ships and then send it out. So that bypasses this entirely bypasses this demining naval, vulnerability issue between Russia and Ukraine, and the grain gets to market. So, you might think Russia might not want this to happen, though Ukraine might not want it to happen. Both sides, I believe, do want the grain out there. It will become a global instability issue unless the grain gets to market. And so I think this is a great solution. I don't see why this isn't pursued. You bypasses entirely this issue of the mining of the approaches to Odessa port, which is the gridlock issue here, and train transport of grain is, it's a well-attested method. The train tracks are there. I don't believe these are extremely active, extremely busy trade routes either, but there are tracks from Odessa to Romania to Bulgaria to Turkey. And from there, you can just send it. Turkey is a major shipping center, so you'll easily find a grain shipper, a grain trader, something or someone to buy and sell and distribute that grain. So I hope I would be interested in pursuing this solution. I think it's a really good compromise, and it solves the issue. Thank you.